We're talking about what to do when you have the flus, as my children call it.
Oh, I have a slight fever. Here's some Tylenol. Like, you're actually giving your kid a huge disservice by not letting their body figure out how to fight infection. It's like the most effective thing I've ever used in my entire life. Welcome to Under the Sun Podcast.
I'm Irene.
And I'm Ilea. We're so glad you're here. Grab a hot
or iced coffee and join us as we talk about everything under the sun.
How's it going?
Good.
How's your day so far? That's
Good.
what Leo always asks.
Oh, that's so sweet.
She goes, Mama, how's your day so far? And I'm like, it's good. And then we list off like what we did.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes she like remembers from other days.
Yeah.
But then she's like, I got to play with my toys. I got to eat some food. And it's just really cute.
That's so sweet.
So we joke, we're always like, how's your day so far?
Oh.
And her current thing is she goes, is this like a table or something? Like she says like, or something towards everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, do you want some water? And she's like, yeah, I want some water or something.
Oh, where does it come from? Do you know?
I don't know. She's a funny kid.
Oh, that's so sweet.
She's in a fun age.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about what to do when you have the flus, as my children call it. Mm-hmm. Actually, poor Riker. He started it when he was little. He said, Mom, I have the flus. Now he is almost 6 and he does not say the flus anymore, but that's the thing that they're going to be like 45. And I'm like, do you have the flus? What can I bring you? Because Riker's like, Mom, it's a flu. But now Nova actually thinks it's the flus. So I need to tell her. Aww. So she doesn't like not go to school. She's not going to school, but she doesn't go somewhere and be like the flus and people laugh at her.
Yeah, but people think it's cute.
The flus is going to stick. But also it reminds me of that movie with the little aliens that take over Earth. Do you remember them? It's Home, is it? It has the alien is the voice actor of Sheldon from Big Bang Theory.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's so cute. And their little like species is called the boov. So I don't know why it like just reminds me of this cute little alien movie that the kids and I love to watch. But yeah, so we just got over the flus.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, like actually longer ago, I'm sorry, we're so slow at responding to things, but we're just doing our best. But I think like a month or so ago, someone messaged us and said, hey, will you guys do an episode on what to do? What do you guys do when you're sick? It's like, well, convenient timing.
Yep. All right. What do you do?
So this round, we've been taking the Beam minerals and electrolytes for consistently, I'd say for like 2 months now. So I did up everybody's dose of that. So we went through it a little bit faster. But when you're sick and you're fighting, then your body needs extra nutrients and minerals. And then every time you get sick, it's like, pump your kids full of Pedialyte for electrolytes. I'm like, or I could just pump them full of electrolytes with no added sugar. So we really loved that. We also we all take D3K2 drops, like a couple drops every day, and we'll up that. I don't really have a specific amount. I just kind of go with my gut. So we'll up that. Basically, it's everything we're already taking. We just kind of increase it.
Right.
We don't necessarily add. The only thing we add in is orthomolecular. Has both a grown-up like swallow version and a kid's chewable. It's like Viricide or Viricade. I don't know. And that is just basically like elderberry in a concoction. It has like zinc, extra C. I think it has A. So a little concoction of stuff that helps fight viruses. But I have been taking the kids one because I'm like, well, I'm chewing it up more and I feel like I absorb more. I took the pills because I paid for them and I had them. Could have probably just opened them up, but I didn't think about it because I was too sick to care. Yeah. But the kids and I were all chomping and it makes your whole mouth blue. And then they were running around with their blue teeth. It was so fun.
Oh, that's cute.
So that's probably the main thing that we like add in and then just keep hydrated. And then I added fruits like oranges because I love orange juice, but I like the kids will drink it to where it's too much excess sugar.
Yeah.
So we ate extra oranges, mostly just doing stuff with food, allowing myself to sleep, which I don't normally do. Normally it's like I'm in mom mode. My kids need breakfast. This time I like hate to say the reference because like I feel like I never want to bash on the dudes, but like I pulled a man flu. I was like, I have the flu. I'm not getting out of bed. Fend for yourselves.
Yeah.
But it was great because I feel like I recouped.
Well, because Jake wasn't sick at that time.
He wasn't sick. If we were both sick, it probably would have been more me getting. Well, no, he's pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Depends on how sick. Thankfully, we never really get like the heat of our sickness in the same day.
Yeah, that's good.
And then my daughter got sick. Mine kind of came and went because I would start to rest and then my birthday hit and then I pushed it too far and then I crashed and then I worked and then yo-yoed. But when Nova got sick, it was a Tuesday. She was crying. She had the flus. Her nose was running. Mine had kicked back up. She and I stayed in bed literally all day. Like we got up to go pee. I got up to get us water. And we just laid in bed and watched Bluey all day. And it was nice because it was like a guilt-free for both of us.
And it's also bonding
to
time.
be in bed. Yeah. Just watch Bluey.
Which
We
is good
laughed.
for you because you probably had oxytocin, and oxytocin will boost your immune system. So it's great.
And she kicked it way faster than I did. She was a little sick. That's the only day she stayed in bed. The next day she was a little sniffly, but she was up and about. And then by the next day she was back to full force. So allowing myself to rest is one that I'm used to adding supplements in when I'm sick or increasing my water, increasing my salt intake. I'm not good at resting when I'm sick. So I think it helped.
That's great. I go straight for the oil of oregano. That's my, like it knocks most things out. Yeah. I do like a high dose of that. And how I get Leo to take it is I obviously do like, I just do literally one drop for her. And then I mix it in honey and then she like put it on a spoon and then she licks a spoon and and I plug her nose and she still says it's spicy, but I was like, really? But she gets that, like she gets the concept of like this will make you feel better. And so she's like, it's spicy. And so I'll have her drink it down, like drink some water down. With the vitamin C, I don't know. I don't know where I learned this, but I was somewhere around Halloween when like Leo had like one piece of candy and she was like a manic psychopath. And so someone said, I heard like give them fat, like a hunk of butter, grass-fed butter before you give them. So like we have orange juice a lot, but I usually make her take a bite of like a spoonful of butter and then I dilute it with water because otherwise it's just sugar flavored orange juice. But yeah, lots of, we do have a powdered vitamin C, which does have citric acid, but if you're sick, I just want it to, I want to boost our immune system. There's a local gal who sells elderberry syrup. So I buy elderberry syrup from her, but I think I'm going to start doing Purely Parsons elderberry. Like you buy the elderberries from her and then they're like dehydrated and then you rehydrate them in water and you make your own syrup. So I might start doing that. TBD. I haven't actually tried it yet.
I love that we have different things too, because I know like people are so like you are willing to dehydrate, but I have a supplement version that I found that I trust to crunch. Like I love that there's options for everybody to be able to pick and choose where they like what they're at. Yeah,
and we obviously increase water intake a lot, especially if it's like any type of mucusy thing. And Leo's really good. Like she kind of just takes. Like she gets it. Yeah. So like
our weird kids. I gave Novus a new supplement to work on some bacterial overgrowth she has in her little guts. And I put the drops in a little thing of water and I was like, hey, I haven't tasted this yet. It might be kind of yucky. Do you think you could take it anyway? She was like, yeah, it's fine. And she drank it. She goes, Mom, I can't even taste it. And I was like,
oh, good.
Definitely like made her water green and but she's so used to taking weird herbs. She just, whatever. Okay, Mom.
Like Leo, for some reason, if I put for some reason, like BioRay, if she's running through a cycle of that, which I need to send home the pooper with you. I still have it. I'll, instead of putting the tincture in her water like it calls for, she won't drink it if it's the water flavored, like for some reason. So I'll have her take like a big drink of water, then I'll put the tincture in her mouth and I'll have her take like quite a few drinks of water to like, so that she gets her full dose instead of, because I kept putting it in her cup and then the cup would sit for like till the next day. And I'm like, well, I don't know how much you actually got and all the things. So but the other day she did ask, she was like, Mommy, I need my tincture with the happy face, which is happy. Yeah. Which is the organism one. And then this morning she had liver flukes in her poop. Oh. So I'm like,
they know that's
the kids, so weird.
The kids are so into, especially when you like nurture that early on. My kids used to come up to me. They wouldn't say what it was. Mom, I need the one with the face that goes like this, which is the pooper one. Yeah. I'm like, okay, if you say so. Yeah. And sometimes I'll just open the cabinet and I'm like, what do you want? Yeah. Which I know people are like, oh, you're just opening up your cabinet. My cabinet is herbs and my kids are fine. Yeah. But they'll pick. It's like, I need that one. I don't want that one. I want that one. I'm like, okay. Yeah. But and we have little espresso glasses. So I'll just drop them in there and then I'll fill that up with water and they'll just like a little shoot of whatever herb I give them. But
do you know who Procter & Gamble is?
I wish I didn't.
They're the owners of Pampers and Loves. They help fund the murder and mutilation of children. Did you know that? Which is
bizarre for someone who claims to care about your child's rear end.
Not to mention that, but also their stuff is filled with harsh chemicals, endocrine disruptors, carcinogens, like in the diaper on your kids' most sensitive parts. It tells you exactly who they are and that they actually don't care about your kid. They care about getting your money for their product. I have made the switch and I have not looked back once.
Good.
It's with Every Life. They are non-toxic diaper company, but they auto ship to your door and we have a code with them now because I use their product like we always do, guys. We use the product first and then we're like, we reach out. We're like, guys, we want to talk about you on the podcast because we think our listeners would actually really benefit from this information. So, or this product. So, anywho, but yeah, we have a code with them.
Woohoo! Code UTSP10.
Yeah, and you get 10% off your purchase, which I don't think you'll regret at all. It's non-toxic, super soft, really like, it feels like a nice quality. And it doesn't feel like plastic, if that makes sense.
And they don't support murder. They don't support murder.
We also, like, if it's a cough or something, you can cut up an onion, like an organic onion, and then put it in a mason jar and cover it with honey and let that sit for like 20 minutes. Like leave it on the counter with the lid on it and then come back and it'll liquefy. And basically all the onions will, the honey will pull out like all the medicinal values in the onions. And then you just give like a measure with your heart. Like, it's not going to hurt the kid.
Yeah.
But I just keep it in the fridge and I give it to Leo. And sometimes like she'll ask for it. She'll like walk up and like point to the fridge and then we'll open it. And, like, she hasn't like, it wasn't like a point where we were talking about it or nothing. And she'll just point to it and be like, okay, great. Something you need in this, this enzyme. But I always usually filter out that, like I'll use a strainer and like strain out the onions after like 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah.
So that's something. I said oil of oregano. We do some like the BOIRON, whatever it is that like homeopaths. So sometimes we have the, like when Leo fell, I don't know if we ever mentioned this on the podcast, she fell like a week before Christmas and like hit her face on the tile or on the step and then subsequently the tile. But she had like a huge black eye. And so they have a homeopath for concussions and then for like heavy bruising and like, I can't think of the word, like collision, like impact wounds.
Yeah.
And so I gave her that the first day and then the second day. And then I kind of stopped. And then she kept asking for it every single day. She was like, I need my pellets. I need my pellets. So there's something.
Do you think she it
is a little sugary. So.
Okay. Because we do the growing pain ones because Riker's growing pains, like he's so long and lean. He doesn't have enough. I don't think he has enough fat content on his body to like support him as he's growing so fast. But he's always hurting. We're always rubbing his poor little leggies, but like his feet and his leg, like he got my all limbness. So he's just all limb. But Nova will come up and she was crying because her feet hurt. And then for days, you forgot my medicine. But she also was a sugar addict because we're fighting off some pain. So I'm like, what is hurting? She's like, well, you just forgot to give me my medicine. And I'm like, fine, you can have one. This is a homeopathic medicine. It's not going to hurt her. I'll give her one. But I need 3. And I'm like, no, ma'am. So I don't know. Riker doesn't have as much of a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
So he only asks for it if he needs it. Nova asks for her supplements all the time because she knows I'm more likely to say yes to a vitamin than a piece of candy. But.
Yeah. I don't think Leo has made that correlation yet because like she just suddenly stopped asking for it.
Okay.
But that's something we do a lot. I also do like detox baths. I do detox baths for her. Yeah. Like very gentle, minimal ingredients. Like sometimes I just throw vinegar in the bath water.
Yeah. Poor Nova. She loves her baths, loves taking baths. And I knew she was sick because I was like, well, she kept crying because her body hurt. And I was like, okay, well, let's put you in a warm bath. So I sat her in her bath. She was in there like 5 minutes. And then she just started crying. I'm too sick to be in here. I was like, okay. So I got her out and then we just snuggled in bed. But for her to not want a bath, she was real sick. But we try to do baths if they're up for it.
Yeah.
I took a bath. Like it was great for me because my bones and my muscles were hurting. So I
it's great for your nervous system.
Time.
Yeah.
Watched garbage TV. It was great.
Yeah. We try to keep like magnesium, pure magnesium flakes on hand. And so if she seems like she's getting a little sniffly, I throw some magnesium in there.
Yeah. We do a lot of, which sometimes it's hard to figure out, like, what do I do when I'm sick? because I do it normally. Everything's just a higher dose, but lemon water.
Yeah.
We do a lot of lemon water. And so that day we were sick specifically, Novo kept asking for more. She kept calling it lemonade, but it was just, there was no sugar. It was just lemon in her water. So, and she and I can also eat lemons like oranges. So we'll get like a cucumber, slice it up.
It's vitamin C and
put some sea salt, and then we'll squeeze the juice out. And then she and I will each eat half a lemon. So
yeah,
that's one of our favorite snacks. Yeah. But that's like a normal snack for us.
Yeah.
I just made sure we ate it that day that we were sick. Yeah. There was something else. Oh, I had some leftover antifungals. I don't know that it helped or did anything different, but I threw those in when I was sick because I also don't have time to be sick. Mm-hmm. So I threw in a couple different antifungal herbs. What did I do? I did Malia and I did golden thread. I think that was it. I probably should have taken a binder. That probably would have made me kick it even faster. But at that point, I was in like survival flu mode, just push
Whenever
stuff in.
Whenever I get sick, I forget things to do. We also have like honey and garlic that is always in our fridge. So I go through phases where like I'll do honey and garlic for like 2 weeks straight. And then I'll just stop and I'll forget. And then there'll be something kind of like intuitively that's like, hey, you should start that again. Yeah. And then I usually, when I listen to that, I don't get sick. Yeah. When I don't listen to that, I end up getting sick. Yeah. Also, I know this. I swear by it. If you're getting sick and you like kind of have like phlegm in your throat, and when that phlegm finally like pops up and it feels like thicker and mucusy, like spit that out. Like oh, I'm able to swallow it. I used to just be like, oh, like I'm busy. I'm not by a sink or whatever. I intentionally go and spit it out. Yeah. And usually like the sickness, I don't know, in my brain, it's your body like packaging the virus and putting it in a biofilm, and then like you spit it out and then it gets rid of the virus and like enough to where your body can handle the rest. Yeah. That's in my mind. I have no scientific evidence. It makes sense. But every time I don't do that, I don't spit out that biofilm, I get sick. Every time I do, nothing happens. Like I just like go on about living my life. But yeah, garlic is awesome. I also, have you ever heard of the flu bomb?
I've heard of it. I've never tried it.
It's awful, but it works really well. So you grate up some ginger. You can do some either fresh lemon or some lemon juice, some cayenne pepper, some honey, and garlic, like all minced together. And you put some hot water on it, let it steep for a little bit, and then you just drink it all.
Sounds delicious, actually.
Well, you can do hot like pretty well, like, but you do a lot of, I do a lot of cayenne, but you also do like 1 drop of eucalyptus oil, like food grade eucalyptus oil, 1 drop. I know every single bottle. I don't think there is actually food grade eucalyptus oil, but like if you get the purest kind, one kid in the like 90s drank a whole bottle of eucalyptus oil and he died. Oh my gosh. He like went into a comatose state. And
how do you drink a whole bottle?
I don't know. But then they started saying that it was basically not for human consumption. Yeah. So do that and chug a lug.
But aluminum is.
Yep. So that color looks nice on you.
Thanks.
I like it. So I will do that if I'm starting to feel sick too. But there is like, obviously, like, I don't know, I feel like it goes without being saying, like red light, rest, still eat good, nutritious food. Just because you're sick, it doesn't mean you can just eat chips and stuff. Like, I don't know, even if at my sickest, like I can still scramble an egg. Like it sucks. It's hard. Or I don't know, we usually have something like meat sticks or something around to like throw down our gullet. But lots and lots of water. All the things.
Do you have brain fog? Are you lethargic? Do you have digestion issues? Do you not poop enough? Are you pooping too much? Do you have angry outbursts? Does your butthole itch? Irene, does your butthole itch?
Don't answer that. Don't answer.
I'm going to answer.
Well, if your butthole itches, what does that mean?
Question. That means you have a worm.
Or many worms.
Lots of worms.
And I know what you're thinking. Worms, are you kidding? That doesn't happen.
I've not left the country.
Yeah, it happens. Guys, like you can go touch the soil in your front yard and get worms from there. Like, because
if you have pets, they lick you.
We're disgusting, honestly. And like food, like produce, if it's not cleaned properly or if it's grown and like, they're everywhere. Yeah. So most cultures cleanse once a quarter.
Yeah. So deworm themselves all the time.
You gotta deworm yourself and we have the perfect brand for you.
Yes. Rogers Hood is where we get all of our parasite things from. She has this kit. It gives you everything you need. It has 3 tinctures. There are
And heavy metals too.
Yep, pulls heavy metals out. It's so great.
Yeah.
I did it. I'll just say it. I did it. And the very first day that I started the tinctures, an 8-inch tapeworm came out of my bed.
8-inch.
So, and I mean, I have left the country on like cruises, but it's all sanitary and everything's washed and they're there.
It's just life, and we have to just cleanse regularly.
Yeah.
So use our code UTSP10 and you won't regret it.
Yeah. I'm grateful though, because my kids are great. Like we go through so much water at our house, which is great. I'm like, you guys are fishes, stop drinking. But also I love, we're one. And I always say it out loud too, so they get it in their heads as we're eating dinner. I'm like, hey, we're a family of good water drinkers, but they are really good water drinkers. And I want that to always be in their head. Like, oh, we are good at water drinking.
Yeah, that's great. I can't think of anything else. If you have a specific question on a specific remedy, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Should we do the same protocols for everything though? Like if someone starts to sniffle, we'll do all these things. If I happen to have antifungals on, this round too, I hit me pretty hard, pretty quickly. So, and I do have a stock of ivermectin in my house. So I took a 5-day round of ivermectin. But I kind of just take whatever's in my house. If I happen to have an extra antifungal on hand, I'll take that until I feel better. So
Yeah.
I kind of wing it. But my house is like a tiny herbal pharmacy. So it's easy to pull from. So it's almost kind of hard to make a video. Because if you're sick, you're not going to want to order something, wait for it to ship.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do a video on like what our staples are. Like what do we always
Should
make
we do
sure we
like
have
just
stocked?
a separate video of like, this is what our medicine cabinet looks like?
Yes.
And that would be a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because there's a lot of stuff that's just in there that
Just in case.
that is just in case. Yeah. Like,
Which we even have. I keep that Genexa brand. I know I've talked about it before. The ibuprofen. Because if Riker's growing pains get so bad, it's like, okay, buddy, you got to sleep. We'll do baths at 2 a.m. So we'll do, like, I don't think they've ever had a full dose ever. But we keep that. And then I keep the Genexa brand of the allergy one. That's like their version of Benadryl. Because I'm like, I don't know, no one's ever been stung by a bee, and I'd rather have this on hand before anyone stops breathing on me than not have it. So that kind of stays in our cabinet, and I periodically will just check it to make sure it's not completely expired. But
the whatever that brand is, B something, BOI.
yeah, I can see the
They have
label with their little dot on it. But
Oscillocossinum, you know?
bless you.
I can say that, but I can't say
the name of
freaking
it. Yeah.
name of it. But that is usually pretty effective, and they have like stuff that's safe for kids and adults and stuff. But yeah, man, I also like, you can't underestimate like a hot bath with magnesium. And then like magnesium is just the cure all for a lot of things. But I think that's it. Peppermint tea. It's all very gentle. Like we shouldn't be afraid.
Tea person.
We shouldn't be afraid of illness. Like it sucks and it's inconvenient and all the things, but like if you don't let it run its course, like if you're always like, oh, I have a slight fever, here's some Tylenol.
Yeah.
Like you're actually giving your kid a huge disservice by not letting their body figure out how to fight infection.
Yeah.
So
Conveniently for me, I had the flus when I was late luteal. So like my staying in bed was paired up well. It was perfect.
yeah, great. Yeah.
So not that you can plan that, but if you can plan it,
I'm
plan to
trying
get sick in that
think,
phase.
Like, I don't want to do this. I think we're going to launch a website soon. I don't want to do this, but do you think we should add like a blog section? Not blog, but like here's a one sheet of like not medical advice, but these are the antifungal microbials and histamine, like whatever the things we use with like maybe some affiliate links, because guys, we have to exist. We have to make some type of income. Because like, I feel like sometimes I wish there was just like an already, like, so sometimes that podcast we did something about UTIs, I get messages a lot by saying like, hey, like you said you'd post the protocol. And I never did. But they message and they ask for it, and then I copy it from my notes and then I send it to them. Like but I want to take out being the middleman of like, hey, here's it is. And like we said we'd post it and then I never did. Yeah. So here's like
here's a
page.
Yeah.
Like here's the references.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. That'd be easy to do.
I don't know. But I also don't know that I would actually update it if I don't actually post it to social media.
It'd just be like a one-time thing.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's
One-time thing that's always you can refer back to.
Yeah.
That also reminds me, something we have that I added this time is I can't think of the brand. I can't even see the bottles. I couldn't even look at the brand. But it's a cranberry chewable.
Okay.
And so it's 500 something of cranberry and like 200 of vitamin C.
Okay.
And they're shaped like little hearts.
Oh.
And so as we're working through some gut
Why don't you take
issues
some of
with
the
my
cranberries home
daughter.
with you?
Okay. As we're working through those gut issues, like the cranberries really been helping her.
Oh, good.
Her little issues that are happening. But I was
Yeah.
like, I love that it has the added vitamin C. She loves that they're shaped like a heart.
Yeah.
And so sometimes she'll ask me for one of those. And if she wants it because it's chewy and it's delicious, fine. It can't hurt her. It's cranberry. But
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
good. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's more, but we'll maybe just do a follow-up episode with this. We'll post links in the description of the brand specifically that we like. Like there's a oil of oregano I specifically like, but you can also make it at home very easily. Very easily.
I know it works, but I almost let my sickness slow ride because I work so directly face to face with clients. I just don't want to smell. Like it works. I just don't want to smell like oregano.
You don't smell that long.
You do.
Does it like come out of your pores?
I can always tell when you've taken oregano consistently.
Get out of my space.
But also, like I'm shampooing someone right in their scalp follicles.
You can also
so
just say, "Hey,
I breathe on them."
Hey, I want to make sure I'm not getting sick." So
Yeah, it works super well. You just have to not care if people can smell which I don't care if I'm not working, but if I know I have, because I have like I work one day and then I don't work one day and then I work one day and then I'm off 2 days, so I like never have a long.
yeah, but like I probably take it like, right before you get there, and then I don't brush my teeth, and so like
Yeah.
So like I'm not gonna. You would take different protocols of like just put it directly in your throat versus like put it under your tongue like I do, and then brush your teeth so that it's not in your mouth because like
You don't burp it up. I burp everything up.
no
Yeah, because I've taken the oil of oregano
pills.
the fish oil capsule gelled ones, and like all day I'm burping up pizza. So it's like, okay, if I'm burping this up, my clients are gonna hate me. Maybe. Maybe
Interesting.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't know, but
Definitely works. Try it. But
Yes.
I don't know. That's the only reason I don't have that on my go-to
it's like
list.
the most effective thing I've ever used in my entire life. For me, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, if anything, like I have a hint of a UTI, a hint of a skin rash, I'll put it on topically. Like,
Yeah.
I put it on Leo if she has like, it seems like a little bit of a rash or eczema or
I do that
whatever.
with Parafy.
You do?
Leftover Parafy. I'll just drop it on the skin and rub it in just in case.
Oh, nice.
Just in case.
Okay, nice. Okay, I think that's it, folks. We will see you next time.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
This content is for educational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice.
Please do your own research and find a trusted medical professional for personalized guidance and advice.
We are not responsible for your decisions based on the information you hear on this podcast.
Bye.
Bye.